What's going on YouTube? Today we're going over some upgrades on the Honda Talon. This is a 22 Talon 1000R. Just regular Fox shocks, not live valve. But anyhow, you may have seen in some of my other videos, it's got the 32 10.5s on it. I got 2-inch spacers out back. And one of my biggest gripes is we get covered up in dirt. We get covered up in mud because the fender flares don't cover shit. So I've been wanting to get the Honda fender flares, but they're like $600-700, and I just don't feel that they're really worth that, and they don't cover that well, honestly. But I found a better solution for way cheaper. These are some bolt-on fender flares I got off Amazon. Link will be in the description. These are like a quarter of the price, third of the price, quarter of the price, and they fit and look awesome. Fit up was super easy. Takes maybe 20-30 minutes to install each one. They got really good coverage. They got decent instructions, but honestly they're really super simple. Basically you just drill out the holes with a 6mm drill bit and make the little push steels work and put the screws in between. No worries. My only concern is the rock sliders I'm putting on next week. If I'll have to take them back off and modify them a little bit. But this side by side's got a 1-inch spacer. This side's got, I haven't done it to that side yet, but this side I just put a 1-inch spacer on in the front because I've had them sitting on the shelf forever. I figured why not? And a 2-inch in the back. And I mean, look at the coverage. It's freaking great. The factory stops right here, but you get all this extra mud flap. All this extra tire coverage. And I mean, it's way it is right now, it's turned a little bit to the, there we go, that's more center-ish. But it's going to be throwing everything out here, and when I turn, it's going to be throwing it into it, not into the cab. So I think it's going to be freaking awesome. I've got a lot of stuff going on with this thing right now. I'm going to be doing wiring, fuse block, rock sliders, front bumper, fender flares. But just wanted to share these with you. These look so much better than those ones that bolt on underneath, and they don't look hokey. They've got nice lines. They follow the factory lines really nicely. They form beautifully. And the way they're set up down here, I don't think they're going to affect any of these mounting points for the rock sliders. And I'll put a little tidbit on that at the end when I do the editing. I'm still waiting on the rock sliders to get here. They're supposed to be here yesterday, but they're late. But anyhow, link in the description. Check them out. Like, follow, and subscribe. And once I'll get the rest of these all on and give you a before and after. But it's just a night and day difference. I mean, you look right there. And that doesn't have a 1-inch spacer in the front, just the 2-inch in the rear. And this side, look at that. Way better. Beautifully lined up with a 1-inch in the front and a 2-inch in the rear. Nice square setup. I think it's gonna be freaking awesome. Anyhow. Okay, I just want to share with you guys the easiest way I've found to take these little push-its out. This is my Gerber with the bottle opener flathead. Link in the description. But just work it, get alongside. I'm trying to film this and do it at the same time, it's kind of a pain. Get in here, use your bottle opener, boop, boop, boop. One more time. Get in here, get it started, work down the side of the pin, trying not to scratch your plastics any more than you have to. Just like that. I hope you guys saw that. I try to film and do it at the same time. It's kind of a pain, but Anyhow, that right there works so much better than trying to use a pick. So, pro tip, use your Gerber. And there it is, all finished up. Super easy install, and it actually has like tons of extra hardware. So on this back side, instead of using a whole bunch of the push-its, I used the bolts and self-tap or nylocks for everything but these three here, which I may go back and put the Allen heads with the self-tappets in here too. You can do it either way. It's quicker and easier to use these and just pop these back in to hold the piece in place while you drill the rest of them. And then it has these. The only other thing is these bolts back here. And what I did on these, I just made it to where the thing was fairly flat, good pressure. And if you go and put this bracket up and it looks like it doesn't line up at all, you got it upside down. Just FYI. Ask me how I know. But like I said, this side, I followed the directions and I put the push-its throughout. But it's honestly a lot easier just to drill it and do the other ones, and there is a mountain of extra hardware. There's enough hardware you can do it either way. And another thing that it doesn't say in the directions is these screws, they're actually washers in the kit to put on these screws so that you don't wind up getting these little dipples right here, and it'll hold it together a little better. Doesn't say that in the directions. I didn't find those little tiny washers until I was just about done, but there it is there. Suspension settled. 1-inch spacers on the front, 2-inch on the back. Lines up perfect. I mean perfect, and has just enough stick out that it has a real aggressive look, but not so much that you know, you're gonna get covered in everything or have steering problems or any of that. And it's gonna be super stable. It's gonna keep all the mud, water, debris, dust way down, I'm sure. There'll be videos to come in the future on how much better this thing does with these fender flares on it, but I really like them. They have really great fit up, really solid, good look. Only place here that would be not solid, they have a bracket, so super happy with them. And I mean, they still, the car still has really good lines. Not like those plastic ones that sit on the inside of the fender flares and just look hokey as shit, like you went and took a bunch of plastic and cut it and bolted it on the inside. These give it a way better look, way more aggressive, way more coverage, but they look factory. They look freaking just cherry. Once I take this thing out one time, get them dirty and wash everything off, you won't even be able to tell the difference. So like I say, I'm absolutely stoked. Those are freaking awesome. So anyhow, link in the description. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Click on the description for the affiliate link to find out how much they cost and whatnot. That helps me out a bunch. I don't make any money from YouTube because YouTube's a bunch of crooks. So clicking on that affiliate link don't cost you anything, and if you actually buy it, I get a little commission, and it helps me out because I actually make a little money for the time I spent editing these videos. Anyhow, more to come on this. I've got a badass front bumper coming. I've got rock sliders coming. I'm putting an entire fuse block, wiring up all these lights finally. I was going to make a video for this windshield, but this windshield was the biggest pain in the ass to put in. Kimimoto actually sent me this to do a review on, and I basically told them I didn't want to do a review on it because I couldn't. I spent almost an entire day getting this windshield bolted up. Their instructions were crap. And at first I absolutely hated it because when you sit inside the vehicle, blocks a lot, but after I got it in there and used it, I actually decided I kind of liked it. It's definitely not of the highest quality, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Anyhow, more to come on this. SoCal Sniper signing off. See you next time.